Here we go. Uh, so, starting off this one on YouTube. I'm doing a little test there. Like I said, a lot of these just starting the streaming journey, trying to figure out a bunch of things as I go. And yeah, trying to see what happens, see if I get anybody on here. Give it a good couple minutes. Maybe I started too late. Oh. But finish off the enemy years and good years. And all right, right when I got done on my last video, I told you about the pecking order. Knowing your Chinese or Vietnamese, preferably Vietnamese, zodiac sign and mix that with your numbers, it'll give you the overall what's going on with the years and kind of be, it'll be predictable. And before I get too ahead of myself, yeah, man, my brain's just fried today, but still up here. An example, states get hit by this too. Everybody knows, or not knows, California last year. California's a dog state. As soon as the dragon year started, that same month, you had all those floods happen. So if you can, go to your state, look up what year it was founded, look up what town you live in, and trust me, you'll start to see a pattern, whether they're weather events, whether they're just certain things happening in life, like bad accidents or unfortunate events happening, they'll be there. Here's an example with me. So I lived in California for 5 years. Not gonna lie, not my best years of my life. Definitely not. I met some good people down there, but I ended up chasing this one girl for freaking. I know I keep saying it felt like 10 years, but it wasn't 10 years. It was the whole 5 years I was down there. Nothing came out of it. You see here, I went through so many financial issues. And yeah, no, it was bad. It was bad. Hello. So, and then now, oh, you're the first one here. Hey. Welcome. welcome. But fast forward, I moved to a different state, and hello. And I'm living in one town, and oh, good to go. So for those that just joined me, because I've been talking for a minute, I am talking about numerology and astrology, and the subject tonight is enemy years and good years, and how to find out which one is your enemy year, which one is your good year. So I'm more than willing to start again from the beginning. I love you too, man. I got you. So based on what year you was born, if you look at the Chinese or Vietnamese astrology chart, which I would go with the Vietnamese one, it's more accurate, you'll find out what year you was born on. Are some wholesome? Are some wholesome? I don't understand what that means quite well. But what you call it? So based on what animal you have in the Vietnamese astrology, you have Mark Hunter. No, I'm not Mark Hunter. So based on what animal you have in Vietnamese astrology, you have an enemy sign. So like I said, the horse's enemy is the rat. Ox's enemy is a goat. Monkey's enemy is a tiger. The dragon's enemy is a dog. The cat's enemy is the rooster. And who else have I left out? The pig enemy is a snake. So depending on which one you was born in, and if y'all have trouble and you don't know which one you're born in, if you feel comfortable with it, if you actually drop your birthday, not only will I give you a snapshot about your numbers from numerology side, I'll also tell you a little bit about the Vietnamese astrology from your birth year. If y'all want to do that, be greatly appreciated. It gives me more practice, and I get to give y'all some real fun information. So, and like I said with that story, so now I move on to another state. It's a tiger state, but the town I was living in was a cat town, and everything was fine. Well, I ended up moving into a different town, and this is before I got into numerology or astrology. I had no idea about this, but I moved into this town, and then all of a sudden, not only did I start going through financial hardships again, I ended up tearing this ligament in my shoulder. Out of work for 2 weeks. Come back, doing things fine. I catch COVID, out of work for 2 weeks. Come back for like a couple days, I tear this ligament. Literally within about that's like I worked almost a week for a whole month. Directly after I lost the job because I couldn't work there no more. My body couldn't handle it. I had to find another job. The town I was in was a dog town. I found it out years later. And then so I ended up moving again way later on, but it was where I went to go work out next was actually in the cat town. That's actually where I met my wife, who was actually born in the year of the cat. And then when I moved in with her, she actually lived in a town that was a cat town. You see how these things are working? It's really crazy how they work. I mean, like, granted, if it wasn't for me injuring my shoulders and everything, I would not have met my wife. This is the reason why enemy years may not be too bad. They're more like a testing point. And if you go based off the numbers of that year, you know your numbers and how you work, and then you can navigate through those years and actually come out on the good side. So, and like I said, for those that are just now joining us, I did a video last week. You can find it in my sections where I did on Elon Musk. He was born in the year of the pig. We are now in the year of the snake. And as earlier, as I stated, the pig is the enemy of the snake. And everybody sees what's happening to Elon Musk right now. And none of this was happening before. He was on the up and up. Up and up. He even helped Trump, getting the presidency. He was there with the meeting and everything. And then he got booted the moment it was switched over to the year of the snake. So, that's why these things are important. And another reason why I want to bring this up, like I say in a lot of my videos, I learned a lot from Gary Greenberg. He goes by GG33. I'm not a part of the school no more. And it's just more like, I will never doubt somebody's knowledge. I know he knows what he's talking about. I will never doubt that. I'm just not a big fan on some of his ideas on what he thinks society should do and how men and women should work and things and who he associates with. Which is, it's my choice to feel that way. And he makes so much daggone money, he don't care. He's not caring about nothing. I'm not going to be surprised if one of my videos one day ends up on his thing and he's like critiquing me. But he brought up something recently called the death code, right? Now, granted, I do believe that sometimes in these type of things, when it comes to numerology charts, you got to be careful how far down the rabbit hole you go. There is a site out there that's literally trap you in there, and it's not a good place for your mind to be. Knowing the death code is something that could be beneficial, but it's something that most people, you should not let that rule your life. And so I want to make people aware about it now because a lot of people are just now learning it and they don't know how to navigate it. So what a death code is pretty much using predictive, not predicting, but predictive means to figure out when somebody may die, is what that is. And based on what Gary was saying, is that like, if you have a child, right? You're the old vassal, your child's a new vassal, your chances of passing away are higher in their enemy year. So like me, I'm a dragon, my son's also a dragon, so my chances of passing away in both of our enemy year is higher, right? Now he brings up certain things like Michael Jordan's dad passed away, and Michael Jordan is a, I can't remember, he's a rooster or a cat, and his dad passed away in a rooster or cat year. Kobe Bryant, his daughter was a horse. Kobe Bryant and his daughter passed away in a rabbit year. Ozzy Osbourne here recently just passed away. Everybody knows about him. His daughter's a pig. And he passed away in a snake year. So there's validity to a lot of these things that he's saying, but it's only probably about 80 to like 85% accurate. And I think that's only because 15 and 20% of the other stuff is from other means, because it involves so daggone much. But based on my studying, I have came to that same conclusion that yes, you can. Now, yes, you can actually kind of figure out when things are getting close. Now, you can navigate it. It's not saying none of us at the end of the day are going to know when it's our time to go. You're not. But will you know that you're going to be in situations around yourself that's probably going to be more than likely your chance to go? Yes. Just like with the numerology. Knowing your numbers and other people's numbers is great to know, but you got to know with how they were brought up. Those numbers could change based on upbringings. Those numbers could change by personal experiences. You don't know, but it's good knowing the base. And when it comes to something like a death number, you can be in a situation where you start to notice all these things going around, and then let's say you did the numbers of the day, and then you looked at your enemy year, and you happen to notice that the day number is 9 and 5. A lot of people like to pass away on both those days, right? So instead of going out and on a 9-day when you know traffic is going to be aggressive and a lot of people are traveling, so you got the ego on the 9-day, you got travel on because it's a 5 also, and it's your enemy year. There's a high possibility your rate of getting in a car accident is a lot higher than what it should be. So take a day, sit at home and chill, veg out. That's a decision that could be made, right? Now, granted, if you have something detrimental you got to go to and you can't miss it, like I said, don't let the numbers and don't let astrology rule your life. If you got to go do it, you got to go do it. But be aware of that. Maybe drive safer. Maybe take a different route. Maybe chill for a little bit, you know? Take your time, especially if you're an aggressive driver, like you're from Utah. And I'm sorry if there's anybody on here that subscribe to me and y'all from Utah. I'm sorry. The way y'all drive, man. I'm not from Utah, by the way, and I'm probably not going to go there because I ain't gonna get into a fight with half these daggone people that drive like that. Daggone, boy. But, so, yeah, that's pretty much everything in a nutshell. And that's what I'm going to leave it. Today was definitely probably a weird day for live stream. I'm going to be a little bit more prepared next time. Was definitely testing out the Twitch and the Kick. And once I get everything, really going, I'm going to be streaming for a lot more. And one thing I want to do, I want to be funny with this stuff. I'm a little bit too serious. I even got a shirt that says just a dad that always comes back with the new. That's my true personality. But sometimes I get really hyper focused, and it's more just information. Let's change that up. But some more information, like I said, go and visit my website, dragonsideknives.com, if you're interested in a numerology report, or if you're interested in getting some of the apparel that I have to offer. Like I said, I'm doing 28% discount the whole entire month. That's going to end at the beginning of September. Other than that, peanut butter jelly time. I'll catch you later.